Is everybody there now? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Who are those two people who are new to the class? Very good. Okay, fine. Then how are you? Yeah, good evening. How are you? I'm fine. Then you're traveling somewhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So you can introduce yourself to the class.
Ma'am, my name is Chanakya, ma'am, and I live in Rajpuri and go to Kennedy High Global School.
Okay.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Am I audible now?
Huh?
Am I audible?
Ma'am, your voice is a bit low.
And now am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I think yesterday, or I don't know when, so your sir has completed you a chapter called friction, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we will be talking about something called electric effects of, chemical effects of electric current.
Ma'am,
Yeah?
I'm newcomer, ma'am.
You're also new?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, introduce yourself to the class.
My name is Gautam Krishna. I'm from 8th, ma'am. 8th grade.
Very good, very good. So I hope this sessions will give you good results. I hope these will be giving you good results, like you will be understanding well. I'll try my level best to complete, I'll try my level best to teach you well. And if you have any doubts, you can
Ma'am, you're
ask.
taking the physics class, ma'am.
Yes, this chapter comes under physics, okay?
Ma'am, you're handling the physics chapter for us.
Yeah. No, it's not like I will handle it here after. I'll handle for temporary sake. And then your sir comes back and you will carry on. Yes?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are going to talk about something called chemical effects of electric current. Okay. Before going into very deep to effects, I hope you all have learned about electric current and its effect chapter on standard 7, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. It should be an interactive session. I want everybody to unmute and talk. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what you learned about electric current in your 7th class then?
Electric current is it comes like the power comes from the circuit, the
Okay.
electric circuit.
Power comes from the electric circuit.
We learned about positive terminal and negative terminal.
Okay, very good. Then anybody else?
Ma'am, it has different symbols.
Closed circuit and open circuit.
Closed and open circuit. Okay. Can you tell me the official name of that? Open and closed is some, they have some terminologies. Can you tell that? What is mean by open and what is mean by closed?
Ma'am, the battery.
Open means
Yeah, open means?
open means like when you turn off the switch, ma'am, there will be the switch will get disconnected from the wire which gives electricity, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
Everybody
closed circuit
told.
is
Yeah.
closed circuit is when the switch is on and the small wire will connect to the electric wires, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, you all told what you have learned in that electric current chapter. Yeah, somebody talking?
Ma'am, and there are two types of charges, positive and negative.
Good. Quite good. You all know something. Yeah.
And battery cells are represented with different symbols, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Good. Now, nobody has told me the definition itself. Everybody are telling about what is electric current and what and what and what. But nobody is telling me the definition of electric current. What is the definition of electric current?
Electric current, which comes like the power which comes to the circuit, like the batteries.
Okay. What is an electric current?
Ma'am, it's like the fuel to a circuit.
Sold to the circuit. Okay. What does define electric current? What is electric current?
Electric current is the flow of electrons, ma'am.
Very good. Electric current is flow of electrons. Electric current is a sold to the circuit. Those are all like aspects of current. No, but the basic definition is flow of charges is called electric current, right? So if I ask you to define electric current, you should say flow of charges. Now, coming down to charges, what are charges?
Ma'am, positive charge, negative charges.
Positive, negative. Okay. Don't they have name?
Ma'am, neutrons and protons.
Neutrons and protons.
ma'am.
Protons and electrons. Then no neutrons.
Neutrons are neutral energy, ma'am.
Neutral energy. Okay. So protons and neutrons are?
Protons are positive, neutrons are neutral, and electrons are negative.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So anybody has to add any point in that?
Ma'am, atoms, is it like that?
Yeah.
System.
Atoms. Atoms. Okay. What are atoms then?
Sorry, ma'am.
What are atoms then?
Ma'am, atoms are the particles which will be in the air.
Which will be in the air. Okay. So what are atoms made up of? What is an atom? Define atom.
Ma'am, dust. We can see sometimes in afternoons the atoms. It comes.
Okay. I'm not asking about where you can see atoms, like such questions. I'm asking what is an atom?
Atom is the smallest.
Ma'am, atom is a
Particle of
particle
matter.
that makes up
Pollen,
something.
ma'am, it's type of a pollen.
Type of
Pollen.
pollen. What is that?
Pollen, ma'am, they will call it some.
Okay, what are atoms consist of? What is the use of atom? What is atom first of all? Define atom.
Atom is the smallest particle of matter, ma'am.
Okay, so okay, fine then.
Ma'am, in the atom only there is a big system, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, this one actually my physics ma'am told me, ma'am. Even it's ma'am, but she didn't took any class of that one. She took only one class, ma'am. So I'm not sure about that so perfect.
Okay, now my question is this: there anybody has to tell anything about atom? Yes, Sai Karthik Reddy.
Ma'am, no, ma'am.
Don't know what is an atom?
Ma'am, the mixture of neutrons and protons.
Very good. That's kind of 50 to 70, 80% correct answer. So anybody has to define in a correct way.
Ma'am, an atom contains electrons, protons, and neutrons, and it is the
Okay.
smallest particle of matter.
Okay, I want everybody to turn on your camera, please. If you're not turning on, I'll remove you from the meeting. Now, please. Everyone. Okay, fine. Good. So I want everybody to interact with me. It's not like just I will only talk. Okay. So what is an atom? The basic definition of atom itself, like nucleus. They have nucleus and they have electrons and they have protons. Now my question is, what is,
Ma'am,
you know what is an electron?
They are
Yeah, it's a,
smallest element.
yeah, they are the smallest element. Now my question is, they have, you people told electrons, protons and neutrons are there in the atom. Now my question is, where are they present in the atom? Are they present all together in an atom?
No, ma'am. There is like some like the type of solar system. They have some rings.
Okay.
They separate in the group.
Okay.
In one place electrons, one place neutrons. Like that they separate.
Okay. So for example, if this is going to be my whatever you said system, this is going to be my system, and where now electrons will come? Yes.
Ma'am, the first one.
First one in the sense this one.
No, ma'am, the other one, second
First
one.
ring. Okay. So what will come here?
Ma'am, proton.
Proton. Okay. Anyone else wants to add anything?
Ma'am, neutrons.
Ma'am, in the rings that are present, ma'am, the electrons will be there, and then in the center, the
Ma'am, in the center,
protons and neutrons will be available.
ma'am, may
there.
ma'am, in the center, nucleus will be there.
Okay.
The center, and in the last two shells will be there.
Okay. Wait. In center, what will be there?
Nucleus.
Very good. Nucleus. Center is called nucleus. Okay. Inside nucleus, will something be there?
Sorry, ma'am. It has some like balls. It is called like nucleus.
Okay. Then where will be protons?
Ma'am, protons and nucleus together it will be there in middle.
Protons and nucleus together, they are there. Okay. Then
Ma'am, then the circle rings, in the rings it will be electrons.
okay. Then where neutrons will be there?
Ma'am, protons and neutron together nucleus.
Protons and neutrons together, nucleus. Exactly. Okay. So you're right. So it will be like the structure will be like this. So inside this is called as nucleus actually. So they have protons and neutrons together. And in this the electrons will be revolving around them. This is the structure of atom, right? Everybody agree?
Yes,
No
ma'am.
doubts, right? So these are whatever I'm just discussing you is like 7th standard only. So I have not even entered into the topic. Now my question is, now we are going to study the chemical effects of electric current. Have you studied any other effect of electric current in your previous standards?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
heat
heating effect and magnetic
and
effect.
magnetic effect.
Very good. Heating and magnetic effects. And now we are going to learn about chemical effects. Okay. So the agenda will be going like we'll have a recap session. Already we had a recap session. And then we will see electricity in liquids. And then we will see about testers. And we'll see some problems. Yes? You'll be solving some problems. Now, so this is a recap session. So whatever I wanted to ask, I think all I have asked. So you can have a look. So what is an electric charge? You answered. What is electricity? We answered. Then you can answer this question. What are some laws that you have studied relating to electricity in your olden classes, like 7th standard?
Ma'am, like about the electricity.
Did you study any laws of any scientists? Yeah.
No, ma'am, I guess.
The electrons move from the positive terminal to the negative terminal.
Okay.
That is one of them.
Is that a law?
Like it's a property of the electricity, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm talking about law.
I don't
Ma'am,
know any.
Law of
Nobody
some
learned?
number. Ma'am, means like this should be used if it has only the SI unit.
SI unit. Okay, fine. So Sai Karthik. Sai Karthik,
Yes, ma'am.
what are you doing?
Nothing, ma'am.
So why your video is not stable? It's like rounding. It's like you're going somewhere and just attending the class online.
No, ma'am.
So you don't have laptop?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, my father uses it for work, ma'am.
Then keep your mobile in a static position so that your face should be visible. It should not
Okay, ma'am.
move. Yeah, keep it in a distance. Keep it in a distance. Do you have table in your home? Yeah, keep like that. I want to see your desk and everything. Yeah, yes, exactly. Where is your notebook?
Ma'am, it's beside me, ma'am.
Yeah, please take and come. Yes, so you people have not studied about any laws in your chapters. No laws? So what is a law? So law is something like a strategy or a thing that is said by some scientist, right? So they will be saying something. They'll be telling this is there. So you need to understand that that is a law and you will have proofs for that. Yes, that is a law, right? Correct? So actually relating to electricity, you have two laws. One is Ohm's law and then Joule's law. of heating. So when you have gone through the heating effect, maybe you would have come across Joule's law of heating and Ohm's law. So let it be. So can anybody tell me the electric current, electricity's formula for electricity to find?
Electricity is where we sorry, electricity where we get electricity from.
I want the formula for electricity. So if I'm giving you one problem, like for example, you told now flow of charges is
We
called,
get power.
yeah,
Where
so
we get
the flow of charges is called electricity, right? So if I'm telling you some 20 electrons are passing through some certain from certain circuits, I hope you all know what is a circuit. Electric
ma'am.
circuit.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So my question is like, so we have a circuit. For example, we have a circuit and we have some resistors or something, and we have a switch, and I'm telling you the electric current flowing in this is what? I have given you the flow of, so you all told that flow of charges is called electricity, right? Am I right? Flow of charges is called electricity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody should unmute and talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So if
ma'am.
I'm telling you some flow of charges, like some 20 electrons is flowing in the circuit. So in the time, for example, we'll have 35 seconds. Okay. In 35 seconds, 20 electrons are passing through the circuit. Now I want to find the current. So how will you find the current? I have given you flow of charges and I have given you in time also. So how you will find the current? And I is the representation of current if I'm not wrong. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Formula. Q by T, right? Q means charges. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Q is the number of charges that I have given you, 20 electrons. Time is 35. So you just have to give 20 by 35 and you will get the I. That is, I will be the current flowing through the circuit, right?
I'm 4/7.
Is anybody having any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Can Gautam Krishna explain whatever I said about current now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, for finding the current, if you have a number of electrons
Okay.
and the time, then the formula for finding the electric current is Q by T, ma'am.
What is Q?
Q is the number of electrons.
Number of charges, or you can say charges is a better word to use. Yes. And T is time taken.
Time taken.
So everybody should remember this formula. It's very, very important. Okay. I is equal to Q by T. Yes, fine.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We have something called Ohm's law and Joule's law. I don't know you people have not studied or you have studied.
No, ma'am. I didn't got actually.
Okay. Ohm's law and Joule's law. Ohm's law should like you should know the Ohm's law, but Joule's law is fine. So what is the effects of electric current we discussed, and what are the conductors and insulators? What is a conductor and insulator? This also has been covered in your 7th standard, I hope.
Yes,
Ma'am, a
ma'am.
conductor is a material which can allow electricity to pass through, ma'am. And an insulator absorbs or takes in the electricity but does not allow it to pass through.
Give examples.
A conductor could be copper and an insulator could be wood.
Insulator could be ball.
Wood, ma'am.
Wood.
Wood.
Okay, fine. Is that correct? Is Nayanika correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
Fine, that's actually conductors and insulators. I hope everybody knows, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Shrestha,
Yes, ma'am.
I could not see your desk, Shrestha.
Oh.
Ma'am, is that better?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's better. Yeah, fine. Yes. So I think the recap is over. We will now enter into the topic. So chemical effects of electric current. So what do you mean by chemical effect? What do you think? the chemical effect can be?
The chemical changes.
Chemical changes occurs. Okay. So where the chemical changes will occur? Will that occur in circuit?
No, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am, electricity.
electricity. Electricity is the electrical effect of electric current. It's not a chemical effect, no? So where chemical effects will have? Where you will have a chemical effect?
And one thinks we do the experiments in chemicals.
Exactly. So when we do experiments in chemicals, so experiments in the sense when we do electrical experiments in chemicals, we will across some chemical changes in that. So we will have a deep down things in that. So first, when I tell you that you have to do some experiments in chemicals so that chemical effects of electric current can be seen. So what does that liquid may be? What is the primary liquid that you can take for anything? Universal solvent, it's also called as.
Water, ma'am.
Water? Is that water? Everybody agree? Shrestha, Pranav,
Ma'am.
Pranava, Shiva.
Ma'am, oil.
Oil? Is universal solvent is oil?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Water, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
salt
Pranava,
water.
Shiva,
Ma'am,
are you there in
salt
the meeting?
water.
Salt water, okay. Yes. Nayanika,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the universal
Yes,
solvent?
ma'am. Ma'am, the universal solvent is
Yeah.
water, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Pranava, Shiva, are you there in the meeting? Pranava, Shiva,
Yes, ma'am.
your video is not visible. Your
Ma'am,
video is not visible. Yeah,
Ma'am,
now it is fine.
solvent means pure water.
Pure water. Okay, you can just say it's water. Don't have to say salt water or pure water or distilled water or whatever it is. Okay, just you can say it's water. If it is a universal solvent, you should say it's water. Yes?
Ma'am, is this chemistry?
No, it is physics. But you should know the chemistry also, some things. Then only you can learn this chapter. Yes. Now the question is, do liquids conduct electricity? Now you said the universal solvent water. Will
But
the
salt
universal
contains, ma'am, some like the sea water, it
Ma'am,
contains
tap water.
tap water? Okay.
no salt water, like
Salt water.
sea
Okay.
water.
Sea
Ma'am,
water.
oil.
Okay. Then
Ma'am,
which
oil.
water?
Chemical
Then
water.
chemical water. Okay. Then any other water is there?
Rainwater.
Huh?
Rainwater, ma'am.
Rainwater. Super. Then ice water. We can add ice water. We can add hot water also if you want.
Ma'am, I got rainwater because now rain is falling. That's why I just.
So all these waters you said, I agree. Can you define those things? What is a tap water and what is a salt water? Can you define?
Ma'am, tap water
It
is
has
nothing.
different kind of particles.
Ma'am,
Kind
salt
of
has
salt water as salt. Okay, fine. Sea water.
Is also salty, ma'am.
salty only.
Then why it is sea water and why it is that salt water? Salt water. Both are having salt only.
Ma'am, but seawater has
Ma'am, it presents difference.
Because
more amount of salt, ma'am.
animal presence.
Wait,
Ma'am,
wait.
salt
One by one.
water has more salt in it, ma'am. But water contains other minerals as well.
Fine. That is a fair answer. Chemical water. Somebody told me. Who is that?
Ma'am,
Yeah. Okay. Which chemical?
ma'am, like the different types of liquids, everything will add means some different water will be formed, ma'am.
Okay. What are that different water will be formulas? Yeah.
Ma'am, like for one experiment we will be taking one water and other water. Both waters are mixing means some other chemical.
Some resultant water will be there. So you cannot name them as a chemical water. What is a chemical? What is a chemical? Chemical means it's other than water is chemical. Like you can say, for example, any other liquid other than water, right? So if you add those two, chemical plus water, it doesn't become chemical water, right? Okay, rainwater. Who told rainwater? Yes, again, I think again last year. So what is the difference between rainwater? Yeah,
And rainwater
Ma'am,
means
rainwater
impure
contains
water.
acids.
I mean, impure water.
Ma'am,
rainwater.
rainwater contains acids, ma'am.
What kind of acids they have?
Ma'am, it is impure water.
Rainwater is impure water. Okay, what kind of acids it is having, and why it is impure?
Ma'am, because other particles means flow through the water. Means
Okay, other. Yeah.
particles in the air get mixed with the rainwater.
Okay,
Ma'am,
fine.
like dust and other.
Dust and other. Okay, fine. So basically, all these conduct electricity, as per you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so distilled water is something. Distilled water you missed.
Ma'am, it won't conduct electricity.
What?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
ma'am, rainwater contains dissolved acids.
Dissolved acids. Okay,
No, ma'am,
fine.
like gases.
Okay, fine. So my question is now converted, like it is transformed from waters, types of waters to distilled water. So is there any difference between distilled water and these list of waters? If it is so, what is that?
Ma'am, these waters are conductors, but distilled water is an insulator.
It's an insulator. Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
So
distilled
why?
water
ma'am, distilled water
water
is pure
not
and
contain except for H2O, and other waters that we have in our daily lives is not distilled water as it contains any other impurity.
Okay, fine. So that is the definition for distilled water.
ma'am, distilled water is pure.
Distilled water is
Pure.
Ma'am, distilled water is pure water.
purest form of water. Very good. That is a fair point. So my question is, why it is not conducting and why these are all conducting it?
Ma'am, because pure water doesn't
Ma'am,
have salts.
all the
Ma'am,
other water in a form
Ma'am,
of
it
salt.
is the conductor.
Ma'am, distilled water doesn't have any salts.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
water does
yeah,
not have salt, so this allows electricity to be conducted.
okay. Now my question. Now you are all telling that something about salts. Okay. Now we'll talk something about salts. Okay. So what are salts? You people define the water with the basis of in the basis of salts. Now I want the definition of salts. Yes. Any example for salts?
A simple
Yes.
salt includes NaCl
NaCl. Yeah. What is the name of this salt?
or common table salt.
Ma'am, sodium.
Common salt. Sodium. Correct. Sodium. Only
Ma'am,
sodium?
iodine.
Only sodium is there?
Sodium chloride.
Chlorine.
Sodium chloride is also there. Very good. Then any other salt?
Ma'am, potassium chloride. Any chlorides and phosphates and sulfates are considered salts. Soluble
Okay.
salts at least.
So it's called as KCl. So KCl is potassium chloride. That is a salt. Very good. Any other salt?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
sodium
iodized salt.
sulfate, calcium
Sodium
sulfate, etc.
sulfates. Sulfates.
Ma'am,
Okay.
iodized salt.
What?
Iodized salt.
Iodide. Can you tell me the chemical formula for that?
Ma'am,
Iodide.
I
Maybe
don't
Ma'am, he
know.
said
plus or
iodized
minus.
salt, ma'am. NaCl covered in iodine, ma'am. Iodine.
No, they are common salt. They are sodium chloride. Iodine doesn't come there. So iodine is something very different. That is
Sulfur type.
we have something called MgCl also, magnesium chloride. Yes.
Nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen.
Ma'am,
Liquid
chloride.
nitrogen doesn't come under salts, Lasya. So they don't come under salt. Yeah, they come under gas.
Ma'am,
Liquid
sulfur.
nitrogen. Yeah. Sulfur, yeah, they can come. Any other salts? Yes. Okay.
Copper sulfate, any sulfates or chlorides.
Somebody told tap water, right? So can that person unmute and tell me what is the salt present in tap water? Yes. Tap water. Who is that tap water guy?
Ma'am, chlorine is present.
Chlorine. Chlorine or fluorine? Chlorine.
Chlorine, ma'am.
Okay, what is the function of chlorine? Can anybody tell me? Why chlorine should be there in the waters? What is the chlorine has a special
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
it
kill the
it
bacteria.
makes the water clean, ma'am. Chlorine.
And it makes the water pure.
okay. Okay. Makes the water clean. Is it edible?
No, ma'am, but it filters the water
No,
from
ma'am,
any
no.
bad.
Correct. We discussed enough about waters. Now we will go. I think now you got an idea about waters, what like types of waters. You only don't just I'm repeating whatever you said. We have so many salts present in the water, and one more important thing want to be added. Apart from salts, you people are concentrating only in salts, and salts. There is something called drinking water. Nobody said that. That is fresh water. Okay. In fresh water or drinking water, you will have salts also plus minerals and vitamins you will have. You'll have minerals and vitamins. Yes, those are added minerals. I don't know how many people know in the advertisement of Bisleri or some packed drinking water, they will say with added minerals. It will be mentioned there with added minerals. Yes. Have you ever saw any people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So you will have minerals, salts. Yes. And especially when it comes to the waters, when it comes to distilled water, they don't have ions. Ions are what? What are the two kinds of ions?
Negative
Yes,
and negative and
positive. Negative and positive ions are not present in distilled water. That is why basically whatever Nayanika has told. So they have H2O. Okay, only H2O, and that H2O is also they don't like if you take distilled water, H2O is there and they will be there like a H2O. They will not be like H2 plus and O plus. So what is the difference between these two?
But H2O, the H2O molecule will have the positive and negative ions, no, ma'am.
This is a molecule. Basically, this is called as molecule, but these are ions. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. But every atom has electrons and protons, no, ma'am. Why
Yeah.
doesn't have ions? Oh.
Ions are nothing but positive and negative ions. You can say them like ions is a technical word you will use. Okay. But when they react with each other, they become a molecule. That is H2O. So the present, like, there is different. Both are different. The states is different. It's like, I see ice is there. When you boil the ice, they become water. Both are same, but the forms they take is different, right? Can you understand? They're the same thing. Correct? When H2 plus and O is reacting together, they become H2O. In distilled water, you cannot find
Yes,
H2
ma'am.
plus and O plus. Why? Because basically, as per the definition, in distilled water does not have ions. You should say does not have any kind of ions. If they don't have any kind of ions, how the water will be there? So it is basically H2O molecule. They will be in the molecule type. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. But every molecule has a group of atoms, no, ma'am.
Yeah, they have. Yes.
So in the group of atoms, there will be positive ions and negative ions.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. But how these molecule particularly does not have ions?
Because it's not just ion. We call them as free ions. Free ions. We can say free ions. Free ions means even if this H2O, they have H2 plus O will combine to give you H2O. That is there. But in distilled water, they are freely present. They won't combine with each other. In distilled water, they will be as molecule. Okay. Ions means it will be like free ions. They don't react with each other. Unless they don't react, you have no problem. They are free ions. When they react, they become molecules, atoms, and everything. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, something similar to the H2O stays the same and the extra ions include small particles.
Yes. Correct.
Ma'am, is it possible for two ions to get collided and make a
molecule of water out of nowhere in the middle of air?
Of course. No, out of nowhere in the middle of air, you cannot say like that. Under some certain conditions, it is possible. Yes. So that is what you have learned. That process you have learned. Maybe you would have learned in your 6th standard, called as condensation, distillation,
Yes, ma'am.
and then one more process, evaporation, right?
Ma'am.
So with the help of water, you can conduct all the 3 experiments. So Shrestha asked me like, ma'am, how, like from nowhere it cannot form. When you boil the water, water is in liquid form, they evaporate. When you keep a plate on them, when you close the lid, when you close the lid of that beaker or some vessel, so they go cool down, they react, like they go and form in the plate, they react, they cools down, again they become water, right? So that is how the free ions of like water vapor, from water vapor they converted, like again they turned into water, right? With the help of condensation process. Yes.
Ma'am, does every type of water have salts?
Yeah, they have. They will have. That is why like there is something called fresh water and distilled water. Distilled water will not have. But fresh water, pure water, like pure water, you cannot say. Fresh waters are like pond waters or fresh waters. So these, they have vitamins and sorry, minerals and ions will be there. Salts will be there.
Okay, ma'am.
Now going to one experiment. So the question was, do liquid conduct electricity? If so, yes, you people answered that. Yeah, they conduct. So as certain liquids can conduct electricity. The ability of a liquid to conduct electricity depends upon the presence of ion, as we discussed, right? So we can see examples like salt water, saline solution, right? Salt water is saline solution. When sodium chloride dissolves in water, it dissociates into sodium and chloride ions. And acid solutions, like last year I think so told, like acids like hydrochloric acid ionize completely in water to produce hydrogen ions and chloride ions. Yes. Base solutions, base like sodium hydroxide dissociate in water to produce sodium ions and hydroxide ions. Yes. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Electrolyte solutions like KNO3, potassium nitrate, and they become like ions. So now somebody, yeah, Pranava Shiva, you asked me like, see, KNO3 is there and they are becoming as K plus and NO3 minus. So what are these two and what is this?
Plus and minus ions, ma'am.
Very good. These are ions, free ions. Then this is
Molecule, ma'am.
nitrates. You can say nitrate instead of molecules. Better way to say nitrate because it's a nitrate. Yes. And I think it has salt form. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. They
And
react
tap water. Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah. Tap waters. Somebody told tap water. Although pure water is a poor conductor of electricity, pure water is something called as distilled water. It's called pure water. You people has told. And tap water contains dissolved ions from minerals, making it better conductor. Yes. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Non-conductive liquids. So pure water, as we told, distilled water has very low ion concentration. So they
Ma'am,
are,
this is from 7th class textbook, right, ma'am?
no, this is 6th. Your 8th standard only, not 7th. Your 8th standard NCERT book. So organic liquids, many organic liquids like alcohols, oils, benzenes do not conduct electricity because they lack free ions. We discussed about free ions, right? They don't have free ions, so they cannot conduct electricity. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a simple experiment. Can anybody tell me what is this experiment telling?
Ma'am,
Yes.
it shows how the night
Metals
bulb is
conduct electricity and
Ma'am.
Ma'am, in the first one, we can see that the circuit is connected with the iron, ma'am.
Okay.
So the circuit is complete. And in the second one, it's connected with plastic, ma'am. So the circuit is not complete.
Okay, fine. So why it is so? Why if it connected to plastic, then no current? Why?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
plastic.
plastic is a poor
Plastic
conductor.
is an insulator.
is poor conductor of electricity.
Ma'am, of plastic is an insulator of electricity, and iron is a conductor of electricity, ma'am.
Okay, correct. Okay, fine. That is correct. All are correct. Plastic is a poor conductor. So what do you mean by poor conductor? What is the definition of poor conducting materials?
Ma'am, it doesn't support electricity.
Ma'am, they do not conduct that much electricity.
Okay. So my question is, you should all think like you people are studying about electricity, so your thinking should be like an electrician. Okay. So you should give me proof, right? You give me proof. How will I believe? If you don't give me proof, how will I believe? So take a piece of wood, just a wood. I am giving an electric current. It is not supporting it. There is a piece of metal. I'm giving electricity, but it is
Ma'am,
supporting.
the wood would burn.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the wood would start taking.
Wood will start taking what?
Ma'am, what I was saying is that the wood would start burning as the effect of electrical current is heat, and when it's absorbing the heat, it will get excess heat and start burning, ma'am.
My question is now, Nayanika, when wood is not a good conductor of electricity, it means wood will not take the electricity.
Not a good
That is,
Water, ma'am, pure water.
but it is a good conductor of heat.
Ma'am,
Okay,
it's
if you
not.
what? Nayanika, am I audible?
Ma'am, that's why it starts burning because it. Yes, ma'am. That's why
My
it's
question
taking in
to
the
you
heat
is-
and burning. Because
My question to you is, your answer is not logic, because if something is not taking the electricity itself, then how it can produce heating effect because of electricity? Can you understand? See,
okay.
heating effect is this, and electric current is this.
Water which can't conduct electricity, ma'am.
One second. So I'll clear Nayanikas. Okay. Heating is this and electricity is this. So it's like subset, no? So when you have electric current, then only it can give heating effect, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it, Nayanika? You're right. Your interpretation is right, but
Yes.
it has no base on that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You can ask me then, ma'am, I can fire the wood. You can fire the wood. In that case, you're directly, throwing fire on that so that it is a good conductor of heat. So yeah, they can take the heat and they will burn. You're directly giving fire. But your question answer is like electricity, because of electricity, heating effect is there. Because of heating effect, it is burning. No, that doesn't work like that. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, coming back to the question. So why wood is not conducting and why the metal is conducting?
Ma'am, and other type of water which can't conduct electricity is called?
Okay, you want me to go to the PPTs? Okay, fine. So it is organic liquids,
Organic liquids, okay.
alcohols, oil, benzene. It doesn't mean like they don't have anything in them like a distilled water. They are free. It's like they don't have free ions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever, yeah.
Benzene. What is benzene?
So benzene is a chemical compound. Basically, the benzene looks like this. So benzene structure is this. So it's basically a chemical compound.
Ma'am,
They
what
have
is it used
alternate
for?
bonds and it have hydrogen in all the corners. So this is a chemical representation of benzene. Yes,
Ma'am,
so
what
they
is
have,
it used for?
Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am.
this is a nitrogen, this is double bonds. These are hydrogens attached to each bond. So you won't understand anything on benzene now because it's 11th standard portion. Okay. So you can leave it. Just think that benzene is a liquid. Okay. It's a liquid like an oil, like an alcohol. It does not conduct electricity. That's all. Okay. It looks like this. If you want to to know more about that, just you can know this. It looks like this. Chemical representation, geometrical representation of benzene. That's all.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now coming back to the question. Yes, so I think I am audible now, Lasya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Tell me. Why wood is not conducting and metal is conducting? Okay, keep this as a homework. I want a logical explanation with what is happening actually chemically, I mean not chemically, what is actually happening inside the wood and actually happening inside the metal, so that the metal can tell the electricity to pass, but wood cannot. So what is actually happening? What is the logic behind? You should not say, ma'am, it's a poor conductor, it's a good conductor. I won't accept. I want the reason why it is coming under poor conductor, why it is coming under good conductor. Exactly what's happening internally.
Ma'am, lack of ions.
Lack of ions, okay? Take this as homework. I want it in the next class. Yes?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you can find in internet or whatever you want, wherever you want. Okay, fine. So whatever you guys said is right. So this is a good conductor, this is a poor conductor. So the bulb own light. Yes. Now, if you want to test whether a liquid, so this is whatever you're testing. So you're actually what you're actually doing here? You're testing whether the bulb is glowing or not. So it means what is actually we are doing here?
Ma'am, circuit. We are checking if they are conducting electricity or not.
Yeah. So basically we are just telling like whether the electricity is passing to the circuit or not. Right? The basic thing. So with the help of some material, we are testing whether the circuit is able to pass the electricity or not. Yes. Now my question is, if I replace, this is a solid, if you all agree with me, is this a solid? Yes. So now I'm replacing this solid with, for example, liquid. I'm replacing it with liquid. So any liquid, for example, tap water. So if my case is going to turn as a tap water, then now tell me how that will look first. And then what will be the result?
Ma'am, the bulb will glow because there is free ions inside of the tap water.
Okay, so can you please guys explain me the structure? How can I make the circuit? So I hope you all studied about circuit making in 7th standard, right? Circuit. If I'm giving you some three things like bulb, resistor, battery, and switch, you will be able to make a circuit for me. Yes. Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
tell me how to make a circuit?
Yes, ma'am. First add the batteries, ma'am.
Okay, I'll have a battery. Okay, fine. Is this a battery?
And then, yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then
Ma'am, it is a cell, ma'am.
No, ma'am, this is a cell.
this is a, now this is a
Battery.
very good.
Battery.
Okay, then
And then you connect wires to a switch.
okay, we'll have a switch. Okay, fine. Just think this as a switch. Okay, then we'll have the representation of switch
Leave the
as
open wires into a bowl or leave the
okay,
empty
so
wires into a bowl of salt water, ma'am, or
okay,
tap water. And
okay, fine. So I have to take a beaker. Just think this is a salt water, maybe. Okay, then from here.
connect the wires together, ma'am.
Okay, is this a complete circuit now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
there's no bulb.
But
Ma'am,
it's
There's
an
no bulb.
open circuit.
ma'am, the
There
switch
is,
should be closed now.
it should be closed. Okay, then anything else?
Ma'am, the resistors.
There's no bulb, ma'am. I forgot the bulb.
Okay, so don't want resistors for now. So we can take the resistors out of the list. So battery, bulb, and switch is there. And yeah, this is battery. This is a switch. Switch is in open, right? This is a representation of switch in a circuit. And this is open, right? Open, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I have to close it. So if I close it, like it will be closed. It will be closed. Okay, fine. Now what will happen?
The
Is-
bulb will glow, ma'am.
Glow,
Now
ma'am.
the current will flow.
Why the current will
Ma'am, the
flow?
current.
The bulb will
Hot water is a great conductor of electricity.
Very good. Very good.
Ma'am,
Let's
because
see. Yeah.
ma'am, because there's free ions in the salt water, ma'am.
Okay, correct.
As
correct,
you said.
correct. You're right. So now here, if you take this, there is something called lemon juice, no? Here, if you see this diagram. So the same diagram, whatever we have did, they have not had given switch, they have closed the circuit permanently, and they have given bulbs and they have given battery, and now they have given lemon juice. Now tell me, will the bulb glow or not?
It will glow because the acidic and H1 ions are being released.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We will see what's happening. So before that, we will see this. Conduct a light bulb or LED to battery wires, attach two metal nails as props, dip the props into liquid. I think you can like understand this. This is another experiment. You have to connect a light bulb or LED to batteries with wires, attach two metal nail props, dip the props into the liquid. If the light bulb LED lies, the liquid conducts electricity. If stays, the liquid does not conduct electricity. Yes, it means like in the circuit they
Mom,
have, yeah,
Mom, I did this experiment, Mom. It works.
you did not understand?
Mom, I did this experiment before.
Yeah, I think everybody can understand this, right? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
fine. So we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue with the rest of the things. Then your homework will be why the wood is not conducting and why the metal is conducting. What's happening logically beyond it. Yes,
How can we search it in the internet?
you can search in the internet, but you have to search and tell me the answer in the next class. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, then bye bye. Bye.
Ma'am, bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.